Be good, I'll tell you.
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, and first in television, presents the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show. For your enjoyment, here is the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Scharf in his music, and yours truly, Bill Foreman. Many times when a woman has something important to do, she can count on her husband to help her. But not if her husband happens to be Phil Harris. Tonight, Phil's efforts to help Alice almost result in a national catastrophe. More about that later. But first, a word from RCA Victor. Television brings you some of the finest entertainment the world has ever known. Drama, music, the arts, and education are brought right into your home. And trust RCA Victor to bring you the finest in television reception. If there's a picture in the air, you've got it with an RCA Victor Superset. Like the 17-inch Covington, for instance. The Covington gives you clearer, steadier, unquestionably stronger pictures in almost any television area, city or country. It gives you television with picture power. And this fashionably styled console receiver with beautifully figured doors will complement any living room setting, too. It's a superset you'll want to have in your home. Once you decide to buy the Covington, ask about a factory service contract. When you buy RCA Victor television with RCA factory service, you get television's greatest combination. Offered by RCA Victor, cornerstone of home entertainment for 3 generations. And now the stars of the RCA Victor program, Alice Faye and Phil Harris. As you all know, this is the month for the March of Dimes drive. Alice is helping in her neighborhood to raise money for the National Infantile Paralysis Foundation. She's been out all morning collecting funds, and Phil, being left alone, is putting this time to good use. He's working on an arrangement for his band.
Let me see now. What's a good selection to play?
Daddy, I want to ask, what are you doing?
Doing? I'm picking a selection for my musicians.
Oh. Who do you like in the fifth at Santa Anita?
Well, I figured that Counterpoint ought to get in there by a lip, but it's a fast track. Never mind. I said I'm writing music for my band.
Well, in that case, you can help me, Daddy. I'm studying music in school, and there's something I want to ask you.
Well, if it's about music, you've come to the right boy. What would you like to know?
What's a chromatic scale?
You have come to the right boy, but you brought the wrong question.
Daddy, if you're a musician, you must know what a chromatic scale is.
Oh, chromatic scale. Oh, of course, I was kidding. That's very simple, honey. Now, look, let's break it down. Chromatic scale. Crumb is from the Greek, meaning small pieces. Attic is the top part of a house. Put them both together and you have a chromatic, or a crummy piece of music that ain't fit to be played in any attic. Have you got any other questions?
Have you got any other answers?
All right. Now, look, kids, just run along and play. You can ask your mother when she gets back. Your mother's out collecting for the Infantile Paralysis Foundation. There goes that phone again, that doorbell. Phone, doorbell, doorbell. Doorbell's been ringing all morning. I never saw so many salesmen trying to sell things. I'll get rid of this one fast. Well, what are you trying to sell?
The present you gave me for Christmas.
Oh, it's you, Rem.
I've been trying to peddle it all month, but nobody seems to want a plastic martini olive.
Okay, let's come on. Come on in. I want to close the door.
Thank you. Where's Alice?
She's out collecting money.
With all the money she has, she's collecting more?
She's getting it for a foundation.
Oh. She could use a new one. She's getting a little hippie.
All right. Collecting money, Remley, for the Infantile Paralysis Foundation Fund.
You're just saying that so I can't have a funny answer.
Will you stop already? It's on the level. She's out there now.
Phil. Oh, hello, Frankie.
Hi, Alice.
Hey, honey. How'd you do on the collections today?
Oh, just fair. Do you know the quota for this neighborhood is running about $800 short?
I'll take care of that, Alice. I'll give you everything I have in my pocket.
Ooh, this is going to boost it right over the top.
Phil, anything Frankie gives will be welcome.
Thank you, Alice. I'll just empty my pockets, and you can have everything that's in them. There you are. It's all yours.
Oh, what a wonderful donation. A corkscrew, a bottle opener, 2 pari-mutuel tickets, and a green marble.
That's not a marble. It's a plastic martini olive.
No, that's a real one, Curly.
Oh, a real one? Well,
Yeah.
you better dust it off before you put it back.
Now, you know, Frankie, it would help more if you gave some money.
Alice, you just mentioned the one thing I happen to be out of. However, I can help the cause in another way.
How?
I'll contribute my talent.
Alice, take the corkscrew. Look, honey, did you have much trouble collecting this morning?
Well, most people gave, but some of them were awfully tough. Like that Bill Bennett.
Yeah. Who's he?
Well, he's that very wealthy man that just moved into the neighborhood. He wouldn't give a nickel. In fact, he wouldn't even open the door for me. And some of the others wouldn't give either.
Well, honey, don't feel badly. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe your approach was wrong. I'll tell you what. I'll go back with you to the place where you couldn't collect from, and I'll show you how it's done. Come on, Frankie, go with me.
Who, me? You expect delicate little me to go tramping around from door to door? I'd love to, but I can't on account of the weather.
What weather?
It's raining and I've got arthritis.
Well, it ain't raining, and you haven't got arthritis.
How about snow and rheumatism?
No.
Hail and a soft head?
Remley. I said you're going with us. The least you can do is to help collect.
All right, I'll go.
All right, now you're talking. Look, come along, Alice, and we'll show you how to raise money for the March of Dimes.
Okay, you wait here. I want to tell the children something before I go. Phyllis?
Yes, Mother?
Look, honey, I'm going to leave this envelope on the hall table, and when Uncle Willie gets here, ask him to deliver it to Bill Johnson. He's the head of the polio drive in this district.
Does Uncle Willie know where to deliver it?
Well, Mr. Johnson's address is on the envelope. It's 22 Maple Street. Goodbye, dear.
Come on, Alice, let's get started.
Coming, honey. I'll be with you as soon as I get my music.
What music?
Well, sometimes people recognize me and ask me to sing, and well, I hate to be unprepared, so I thought
I get it. Go ahead and sing.
You keep me waiting till it's really aggravating. You're a slowpoke. I wait and worry, but you never seem to hurry. You're a slowpoke. Time means nothing to you. I wait and then late again. Then it's late again. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:45. Why should I linger every time you snap your finger, little slowpoke? Why can't you hasten when you see the time's a wasting? You're a slowpoke, dear. Why should I keep trying to change you? It's not the thing to do. I guess I'll have to be a learner slowpoke.
Slowpoke, why take your time? It's nearly 8:45. We'll miss that opening curtain time. You keep me waiting till it's getting aggravating. You're a slowpoke.
Come on, boys, let's get with it.
I wait and worry, but you never seem to hurry. You're a slowpoke.
Showtime. Time means nothing to you. I wait and then late again. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:45.
Why should I linger every time you snap your finger? You're a slowpoke. Why can't you hasten when you see the time's a wasting? You're a slowpoke, dear. Why should I keep trying to change you? It's not the thing to do. I guess I'll have to learn to be a slowpoke. Slowpoke like you.
house do you want to start at, Phil?
This one's as good as any. Just stand back, honey, and watch the masters at work. We'll show you how to collect. Hey, you wait here. We'll come back in a few minutes with a fistful of money. Come on, Remley. You know something, Remley? There ain't nothing to getting money out of people. All you got to do is to be charming and personable and ingratiating and...
Oh, yeah, particularly ingratiating.
You have trouble with the easy ones, don't you? Hey, I hope this first one's a dame, because when I turn that charm on, I'm irresistible.
Well, what do you want?
This one might be a little tough. Madame, it is indeed a pleasure to ring a bell and have such a charming creature appear in the doorway.
Now, go peddle your brushes someplace else, you old goat.
Keep it up, Curly. She's weakening.
My dear young lady, do you think that I would bother such a beautiful girl with such a plebeian thing as brushes? No, my pet. I am here on a much more important mission. I am here to get money from you.
Oh, a gigolo. And such an old one.
You ain't doing so good, charm boy.
Give me time. I'm a slow starter. Madam, we're collecting for charity.
I'm not interested.
Oh, now, but I know you are. I'm sure your heart is as big as the rest of you.
What was that?
He means you're just as generous as you are fat.
Remley. You see, lady, we're collecting for the March of Dimes.
I'm not giving anything to anybody.
But, madam, you don't have to give much. Just a little something. It's just... I have an idea. Why don't you give $1 for every year of your life?
Charge it by the pound, Curly. We'll get more.
Will you... Please. Surely, madam, you wouldn't mind giving one measly $1 for every year of your life.
You expect me to give $18?
18. Look, lady, give me $65 and let me get out of here.
65! Oh, I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Lovely person.
Yeah. She has all the charm of a used hot dog napkin. A football job. Come on, Remley, let's try the next time.
This time I'm going with you.
Okay, this time I'll really show you. Hey, we ought to pick up plenty here.
Yeah?
We're here to collect the...
The garbage is in the rear.
We're not here for no garbage.
Well, what do you want?
We're trying to raise some money.
Why don't you bums get jobs instead of going around panhandling?
Just a minute, they're with me.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, lady, letting your 2 boys beg. What kind of a mother are you?
Now, Mother, look here, mister, you have a lot of nerve
Now,
saying...
take it easy, Ma.
Yeah? Mustn't abuse your arteries, Mama. The doctor said...
Oh, be quiet.
Hold your family squabbles someplace else. Now beat it!
Oh, wait a minute,
How much we collected so far, Curly?
Don't be snide. Sharp riders. I'm just getting warmed up, Remley. Now watch me at this next house.
Well, you better let me handle this one, Curly. Your salesmanship isn't very good.
Now, look, fellas, maybe you'd better forget the whole thing.
Now,
I'll collect
tut,
and you...
tut, Alice. I'm going to show you how it's done. You pay attention, Curly, and you'll see a real salesman at work. Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Get out of the way, Remley. This is my territory. Look, Look, miss,
Yes? What's on your mind, handsome?
well, I'm here to, what am I here for again? Yes. May I step inside and talk to you?
Phil?
Honey, this is for charity. I'm just trying to sell her
You do, and it'll be the death of a salesman. What do you people want?
I don't know about them, but what are you doing tonight, Bill?
Wait you see, miss, we're here to collect for the March of Dimes,
Oh,
and
that's a coincidence. Huh? I'm a collector for that drive, too.
You are?
Mm-hmm. How much do you want to give, Blue Eyes?
Well, I...
Most people give a portion of their income. And I'm sure that a strong, attractive man like you is going to be very generous. Now, how much you're going to give?
Would 8 gallons of blood be enough?
I know you'll be generous. Any woman who gets you will be a very lucky girl. And how about you, mister?
Who, me?
Yes. Aren't you going to give something, cutie? This is a cutie.
Of course I'm going to give something, miss. Here's $5.
Frankie,
Ma'am?
when I asked you for a donation, you said you didn't have any money. Yet you donate to her.
With her, it might lead to something. With you, I haven't got a chance. Here's the money, miss. Now, about a date...
Thank you very much.
Give me back the $5!
I got a feeling we ain't doing so good on this drive.
Now, look, Phil, this is an important drive, and I'll do it alone. You two go home.
Alice, why don't you let us try that rich guy who wouldn't give you anything? Bill something.
Bill Bennett? Oh, you'll never get a nickel from him. Go home.
But Alice...
Go home.
All right, I'm going home. Come on, Remley. Women. What can you do with them?
Put them between a cup of wine and a song, and you got something.
What are you trying to do, plug my new RCA Victor record?
Somebody better plug it if you want it to sell.
Maybe you're right.
Sure.
You're a cute kid.
Give me wine, women, and song. Let me dance the night away.
Where the wine is flowing, the gals are glowing, I'll dance till the break of day. 6 days a week in the factory, 6 nights a week it's to bed for me. I draw my pay, and if things go right, I spend every cent on Saturday night. Give me wine, women, and song. Let me dance that night away. Where the wine is flowing, the girls are glowing, I'll dance till the break of day. Talked to a man who was old and gray. Listened, and here's what he had to say. Memories are worth more than all your gold, so live when you're young and dream when you're old. Give me wine, women, and song. Let me dance the night away. Where the wine is flowing, the girls are glowing, I'll dance till the break of day. Heard of a man who was locked in jail. The warden walked in, said, "You're looking pale. What's your request, son, before you die?" The man raised his head, and this was his cry. Give me wine, women, and song. Let me dance the night away. Where the wine is flowing, the girls are glowing, I'll dance till the break of day.
Wine, women, and song.
Dance till the break of day. Dance till the break of day. Just give me wine, women, and song. Wine, women, and song. What a round robin.
Hey, Curly, Alice has got a lot of nerve sending us home like this.
Don't aggravate yourself, Remley. You get all worked. Well, don't do it. Gee whiz, you get so worked up. What you need is a drink to quiet your little nerves.
Yeah, that might help.
Well, come on in the house and I'll brew you a piping hot pot of tea.
Curly, I just want to quiet my nerves. I don't want to soak my feet.
Tea is good for you. This is sassafras.
Oh.
It's this time of year. You know, I've been thinking, Remley, if we could collect from that rich guy that wouldn't give Alice nothing, that cheapskate.
Oh, hey, look, here's a letter on the hall table, Curly. I'll open it.
Wait a minute. Is it addressed to you?
No. What's that got to do with it? Some of the spiciest reading I've ever done has been other people's.
Will you give me that letter? It's addressed to some guy named Bill Johnson. Bill Johnson? Bill Johnson? Hey. This is the cheapskate who wouldn't give Alice anything for the drive.
Well, Alice is probably writing him this letter begging him for a contribution, huh?
Yeah, but that ain't going to get it, not with a guy like that.
No.
Now, look, let you and I go over and see this guy in person. We'll make him give or else.
Right.
Come on. Hey, Remley. How do you like this piker, Bill Johnson? Won't give nothing.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful house he lives in. Just look at the size of it. Half of it gone, but look at the size of it. Gee whiz, and won't give a nickel to charity.
Curly, if this guy is as mean as Alice says, he'll never even open the door for you.
Look, I got a way to make him open the door. Watch this. All right, open it up. Open it up. Open it up in there.
Who's out there?
Never mind. You don't open. What'd you say?
I said, who's out there?
I don't know if I want to go in there or not. Let me tell you something, Tallulah. You don't open this door, I'm going to tell your wife what happened at that convention you went to.
What convention? What happened?
How should I know? Every guy's done something at a convention that he don't want his wife to know nothing about. I'll guarantee he opens on this. Never misses. Are you Bill Johnson?
Yeah. About the convention, fellas, I really
Never mind the convention. We're here to
talk. I want to hear what happened.
Frankie, will you please? We're here on business. Johnson, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
But, fellas, it wasn't my fault. You know how it is at those conventions. I stayed out late with the boys one
Will you
night.
forget the convention? Look, Johnson, I'm not going to beat around the bush. You got a lot of money, and we're here to get some of it.
You're not getting any money from me.
But this is for a good cause. We want...
Good cause my eye. Oh, I know your type. If I gave you money, you'd go out and spend it on a bottle of cheap wine.
Oh, you misunderstand. We don't want the money to buy... wine?
Ramley, will you stop?
A bottle of Muscatel might warm us up, Curly. It's cold out. We got a lot of
Will you get out of here? I'm trying to do a little bit. Look, mister, are you going to give us some money or aren't you? Answer yes or no. What'd he say? What'd he say?
I didn't hear him.
Well, I guess I'll never know what the answer is. I know I could convince that guy if I could only get in the house, but now he's locked the door.
You could pick the lock, Curly.
How do you pick a lock?
Try one of your bobby pins, Harris.
Grogan, what are you doing in this house?
Well, I was just passing by and I didn't see any light in the window, so I thought I'd drop in. What are you guys doing here?
Well, we're collecting for the March of Dimes, and this guy who lives in here refuses to give anything.
Oh, the guy won't give for the March of Dimes? How low can a guy get? Now, why don't we go in and talk to this monkey?
Well, the guy ain't gonna let us in, and he's got the doors locked.
A mere technicality. I'll open that door.
Have you got a skeleton key?
Well, you might call it that, yeah. Stand back and let me at that lock.
loud key.
Yeah, but it fits good. Hey, Grogan, you shouldn't have blown that lock off.
You wanted to get in, didn't you? So you're in.
What's the meaning of this? You shot 2 holes in my new door, and when I tell my wife, do you know what she's going to say?
Shut up.
How did you know?
Say, fellas, tell me, fellas, is this the butterball that won't give nothing?
That's him.
Well, I'll keep him covered while you frisk.
Now, wait a minute, Grogan. You can't do it this way. That's stealing.
Well, yes, it might be construed that way, yeah. Well, I'll appeal to his better nature. Look, mister, I think that you ought to be a generous soul and give money to our worthy cause.
And if I don't?
I will have to blow your lousy little head off.
Grogan, you can't blow his head off. He's short enough at his... I mean, you can't do that.
Look, we're wasting time. Remley, frisk this guy and take his dough.
Grogan, I don't think that you...
Maybe you'd look good without a head?
That's what I said. I was just going to frisk him. Stand still, Shorty, while I...
Now, don't you dare. Now, keep your hands out of my pocket. You're giggling me.
Hey, here's an envelope, Curly. Hey, it's got money in it.
Count it.
Right.
Hey, you can't take that money. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to
the March of Dimes.
It certainly does.
I'm glad you're seeing our way.
Hey, Curly, there's $1,228 in here. Let's turn it over to Alice, huh?
Well, we can't...
Mr. Johnson, your front door was open, so I... Phil, what are you doing here? I came over to...
You're too late, honey. Already got the money. $1,228 for the March of Dimes. Aren't you proud of me?
Well, yes, but who did you get the money from?
From that cheapskate that you said that nobody could collect from, that little guy right there.
Oh, but Phil, this is Mr. Johnson. He's
Mrs. Harris, who is this man?
Oh, he's my... Before I answer that, what did he do?
Well, he and these other 2 hoodlums held me up and stole the March of Dimes fund that we've collected.
What do you mean, you collected?
Oh, Phil, Mr. Johnson is the head of the March of Dimes drive for this district.
You mean he's not the cheapskate that...
No, he's not.
Oh, well.
Oh, Phil, why do you do
I'm
these
sorry.
stupid things? I should have listened
But
to my
honey,
mother. She was right.
Honey.
She warned me about you.
Grogan,
How will I ever live
Grogan,
this
do me a
down?
favor.
This is a
What?
worthy
Put
cause.
your
We're
gun to
trying
my head
collect
and
money
pull the
for, and
trigger.
You go around messing things up.
Harris,
People aren't
that
gonna
is
give
the
to people like
easy
you.
way.
All right, call me a coward, but it's better than having to listen to this for the rest of my life. Pull the trigger!
Alice and Phil will be back in just a moment. It's mighty comforting to know that there are policemen, firemen, and doctors around to handle emergencies when they arise. Well, somewhere near you there's another community servant, not as prominent perhaps, but also mighty comforting to have around when your television set develops trouble. He's your local radio television serviceman who has the experience and equipment to restore your set to its original performance. Should your set need a new picture tube, he'll probably recommend RCA, because he knows from experience that an RCA picture tube will give you the clearest, brightest picture your set is capable of delivering. He'll tell you, in fact, that more RCA picture tubes are in use than any other make, that modern all-electronic television is an RCA development. The next time your television or radio set develops trouble, regardless of its make, be doubly sure. Call in the local serviceman displaying the famous RCA trademark. He'll repair...
Next, Theater Guild on the Air, starring Thomas Mitchell on NBC.